Hello friends, myself Professor Shantaya V. Gurmat, MGVC Arts, Commerce and Science College, Mudhyaviyala, Karnataka State. Friends, today's class we discuss about male gametophyte development. First, we know about the structure of pollen grain. The microspore of angiospermous flower is called pollen grain. It is produced inside the microsporangium called anther. The pollen grains differ in their morphology from species to species. The study of pollen grains is called palynology. The pollen grain is the first cell of the male gametophyte. They are formed inside the pollen sac of anther. The pollen grains develop from the pollen mother cell by meiosis. The pollen grains are haploid. They are released from the anther by dehiscence. The pollen grains are unicellular and microscopic. The largest pollen grain is found in cucurbita. The smallest pollen grain is found in Myosotis. The pollen grains consists of a wall, cytoplasm, and a nucleus. The wall of the pollen grain is formed of two layers. The outer layer is known as exine and the inner layer is known as intine. The exine is thick and outer protective covering. It is made up of two layers, namely an exatine and the inner one is endexine. The outer surface of exatine or exoxine is sculptured. It is made up of three layers, namely tapetum, baculum and foot layer. The intine is thin and uniform in layer. It is made up of cellulose and pectin. The pollen wall at one or more loculi are very thin, and these circular areas are called germ pores or germ aperture. Pollen tube comes out through the aperture during germination. The pollen grains contains dense cytoplasm and a prominent nucleus. It consists of proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, and growth hormones. It is also has mitochondria and Golgi complex. Next, development of male gametophyte. The pollen tube containing the male gamete is called male gametophyte. It develops from the pollen grain. After the release of pollen grain from the anther, it undergoes expansion, which is followed by vacuolation. As a result, the nucleus is pushed to the periphery. The pollen grain undergoes first mitotic division to form two unequal cells. The larger cell is known as vegetative cell and the smaller cell is known as generative cell. These two cells remain in the cytoplasm of the pollen. The generative cell at the early stage is hemispherical and it remains attached to the pollen wall. Later, it gets detached from the wall and becomes spherical. The vegetative cell is bigger than the generative cell. It is rich in starch and fat. The vacuole of the vegetative cell disappears. The cell organelles like plastids, mitochondria, ribosomes, and the RNA content and proteins increase. The nucleolus is larger than the nucleolus of generative cell. DNA content is less. The generative cell is spherical and it is smaller than the vegetative cell. The cytoplasm of the vegetative cell is highly reduced and hyaline in appearance. It lacks reserve food materials and RNA. The DNA content is very large. It contains the cell organelles like mitochondria, ribosomes, dictyosomes, and microtubules. The pollen grains are shed from the anther usually in two-celled stage, means the vegetative cell and generative cell. Further development of male gametophyte occurs at the pollen grains reach the stigma. The intine of the pollen grain protrudes through one of the germ pore. It forms a delicate tubular structure called the pollen tube. It was first discovered by Amici in the year 1823. The pollen tube grows through the style. The pollen grain may be monosiphonous or polysiphonous. When the pollen grain produces a single pollen tube, as in majority of angiosperms, it is called a monosiphonous. If it produces more than one tube, as in Malva, the pollen grain is called polysiphonous. The pollen tube is branched in cucurbita and papayi. The vegetative and generative cells of the pollen grain migrate into the pollen tube as the pollen tube grows through the style. Callose plugs are formed in the pollen tube at a regular distance. Behind the growing tip of the pollen tube, the vegetative nucleus moves first inside the pollen tube. Now it is called the tube nucleus. The tube nucleus is assumed to play an important role in directing the growth of the pollen tube. The generative cell divides mitotically to form two oval male gametes or sperms. The formation of two male gametes or sperms from generative cell is known as spermatogenesis. In majority of the angiosperms, the generative cell divides to form two sperms just prior to the entry of the pollen tube into the embryo sac. The male gametes are formed by the division of generative cell. They are haploid. The male gametes are bound by plasma membrane. Each male gamete contains a distinct nucleus with a prominent nucleolus and cytoplasm with the usual organelles. Thus, the male gametophyte produces two male gametes or sperms during fertilization in the embryo sac. One of the sperm fuses with the egg, that is syngamy, to form the zygote, and the other sperm fuses with the secondary cell to form the endosperm mother cells. This is a peculiar phenomenon observed where the pollen grains give the appearance of an embryo sac with 4 or 8 to 60 nucleus. This is called polyembryo sac or NEMAC phenomenon. Pollen embryo sac is formed when the vegetative cell degenerates and the generative cell divides thrice to form 8 nuclei. It is also seen in Ornithogalum. Okay. When the pollen tube is normally entered into the style, either the style is hollow or it may be solid. Totally, the pollen grains penetrate into the style and enter the ovule. Okay, friends, next class we discuss about structure of a typical ovule and the types of ovules. Thank you.